Hi there, Internet. My name's Court, and you've got courtside seats for my review of the Mortuary Collection. Let's do it. The Mortuary Collection is a horror anthology from writer-director Ryan Spindell and Trapdoor Pictures. Film stars Clancy Brown, Caitlin Custer, Christine Kilmer, Jacob Elordi, Ema Horvath, Barak Hardley, Sarah Hay, Mike C. Nelson, and Ben Hethcoat. Sam is being interviewed for a job at the local mortician's office, where she and the mortician share scary stories spanning 4 decades from the 50s to the 80s. So welcome back to my ongoing Fantasia Festival coverage. I should say a quick caveat for this video, there is construction going on outside. Hopefully the mic won't pick up too much of it, but bear with me. So according to director Ryan Spindell, this film is, and I'm quoting here, a massive love letter to EC horror comics, anthology films from the 70s and 80s, Peter Jackson, Steven Spielberg, and everything else in between. I see the Spielberg as I got bits of Poltergeist in here, even though he technically didn't direct that, but still. The gore is certainly reminiscent of early Peter Jackson works like Dead Alive or Brain Dead, depending on where in the world you live. I would also argue there's some Tim Burton in here, but we'll get to that. I wasn't familiar with EC Comics, but they published Tales from the Crypt in the 50s, and that connection comes across loud and clear. The puppetry in here is evocative of the TV show version of Tales from the Crypt and the Crypt Keeper, and even Clancy Brown's mortician Montgomery Dark's ghastly, ghoulish makeup does look a lot like that character. Not to mention, like the Crypt Keeper, he kind of functions as the host of this anthology. And unsurprisingly, Clancy Brown is awesome in this movie. In fact, I really dug all the acting in here. A couple performances are really cartoony, but they're written that way, and they fit the tone of their respective stories. Aside from Brown though, a couple of the standouts for me were Caitlin Custer's Sam, a character who I wasn't really on board with for a lot of the movie, but by the end I was into it, and Barak Hardley, who probably gives the movie's most emotional performance. Admittedly, I didn't find this movie particularly scary, but I thought it was bloody fun. And when I say bloody fun, I mean it was bloody, it was fun, and it was bloody fun. It almost felt like a darker, gorier, more hardcore companion piece to last year's Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark. And I loved how each of these 4 stories had their own tone. The first one is the shortest and the simplest. It kind of feels like a Monster of the Week episode of The Twilight Zone. At least that's what I got from it. The second one is kind of a frat house comedy, but it's also insanely uncomfortable and really gross. Oh, you'll see. The third is a tragedy. It was probably my favorite of the 4, and it was the most emotionally resonant. And this is where my Tim Burton thought comes in. It felt to me like there was some Beetlejuice stuff in there, although probably not in the way that you might be thinking. I think when you see it, you'll know what I mean. Even the music in that sequence felt a little evocative of Danny Elfman's score from Beetlejuice. I really like the final story as well, which is kind of more of a slasher, and it's easily the darkest. And I will say that one of the stories, I will not tell you which, but one of them has a really great twist that I did not see coming at all. Given the smaller budget, the production design, the puppetry, the makeup, the cinematography, it all looks really great. For me, the climax of the film was a little bit goofy for my taste, and the movie had a bit of Return of the King syndrome in that it kind of kept ending, and then another ending, and then another ending. But really, those are little nitpicks. Overall, I had a blast with the Mortuary Collection, and it comes highly recommended from me. Now, I don't have a proprietary rating system as of yet, so I'm just trying to figure out what I'm going to give the Mortuary Collection, and I think I'm going to give the Mortuary Collection a...
Happy Halloween, ladies!
Out of 10. So now I want to know, are you looking forward to the Mortuary Collection? What is your favorite anthology film of all time? Whatever your thoughts, hit the comments below. Let's discuss. If you enjoyed this review, please smash that like button and give it a share if you really enjoyed it. And hey, why not take a second, do me a favor, click subscribe and ring that bell to subscribe to my channel for more movie reviews, entertainment news, trailer reactions, all that good stuff. Check back soon for more Fantasia Fest coverage. Hope you guys are all safe and healthy. Thanks very much for watching. I will see you all in the next one. Take care.